A 2026 financial wellness survey just dropped a number that stopped me cold. 43% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency with their savings. Not people who are unemployed, not people living below the poverty line. 43% of working adults with jobs and incomes, people who have been trying to manage their money for years. And here is the part that nobody is talking about. Most of them are not failing because they lack discipline. They are failing because they are running a 21st century financial life on a system built for a completely different era. One account, manual transfers, willpower as the primary strategy. That is not a money problem. That is a design problem. And today, I am showing you a 3-account structure that fixes it permanently. Not someday, this weekend. Let us build it. Think about how the average person actually manages their money. Your salary lands in your checking account on Friday. You pay rent, your bills auto-deduct throughout the month. You try to move something to savings. Maybe you do it, maybe you forget. By the end of the month, you check your balance, feel vaguely guilty, and start the whole cycle again. That is not a system. That is a loop. And it is designed to keep you exactly where you are. Here is what behavioral finance research actually tells us about why this fails. When all your money sits in one account, your brain treats the entire balance as available to spend. This is called the mental accounting effect, and it is one of the most documented patterns in all of financial psychology. You see $2,000 in your account. Your brain registers available funds, not reserved funds. Spending decisions get made on what you see, not what you actually have allocated. The second problem is decision fatigue. Every time you need to move money, save money, or decide whether you can afford something, you are spending mental energy. And that energy runs out. By Thursday evening, after a full week of those micro decisions, the path of least resistance always wins. The third problem is the most expensive one. Without a dedicated path for wealth building, investing becomes something you do with whatever is left at the end of the month. And whatever's left is usually nothing. Think about how a building actually stands. It does not stand because the workers showed up and hoped for the best. It stands because an architect designed the load paths, the foundations, and the flow of every structural system before a single brick was laid. Every pound of force has a planned destination. Your money needs exactly the same thing. This is the 3-layer money architecture. 3 accounts, 3 jobs, 1 automated system that runs without you. Layer 1 is the operations account. This is your command center. Every dollar and every pound flows in here first. Layer 2 is the buffer account. This is your financial shock absorber. It protects you from the chaos of real life. Layer 3 is the growth engine. This is where wealth actually compounds over time. Each layer connects to the next through automated transfers you set up exactly once. After that, the system runs on its own. You review it for 15 minutes once a month. That is the entire ongoing commitment. Let me take you inside each layer. Your operations account is a standard checking account at a bank with a clean app and 0 monthly fees. Think Chase in the United States, Barclays or Monzo in the UK, or any no-fee digital bank available in your country. All income lands here first. Your salary, your freelance payments, your side income, everything enters through one door. But here is the rule that changes everything. Your operations account has a ceiling. That ceiling equals your total fixed monthly expenses: rent or mortgage, subscriptions, insurance, loan repayments. Add every fixed recurring charge. That total is your ceiling. The account should never sit meaningfully above it. Why? Because of the spending buffer effect. The larger the visible balance in your account, the more freely your brain permits you to spend. Not because you are irresponsible, because that is how human psychology works with accessible money. A lean operations account creates automatic spending boundaries without requiring any active willpower. Your variable spending, things like groceries, dining out, personal care, and entertainment, also comes from this account. But you assign yourself one simple weekly allowance, not a complex spreadsheet, just a single weekly number tracked in a note on your phone. $250 this week, $300, whatever your budget supports. That is your lifestyle line.
Here is the critical part. Everything that lands in your operations account above its ceiling automatically transfers out on payday. It does not sit around waiting to be spent. Money sitting still gets consumed. Money in motion has a destination.
Layer 2 is your buffer account, and I want to draw a sharp distinction here because it matters. This is not your emergency fund. An emergency fund is a 3 to 6 month lifeline built for serious disruptions, job loss, major health events. The buffer account is something different. It is a liquid shock absorber for the expected unexpected. Your boiler breaks in January. Your car needs new tires before a long drive. You get a surprise dental bill. None of these are true emergencies. They are just life. But without a buffer, every single one derails your month, wrecks your mental state, and potentially puts debt on a credit card. Your buffer account lives in a high-yield savings account. As of June 2026, the best high-yield savings accounts in the United States are offering up to 5% annual percentage yield. The FDIC reported national average for a standard savings account is 0.38%. That is a 10 times difference. Your buffer is not sitting idle. It is earning while it waits. Your target balance for the buffer account is 1 to 3 months of your total monthly expenses, not your income, your expenses. If your monthly outgoings run at $2,000, you are building toward a target of $2,000 to $6,000 in this account. Set up an automatic transfer from your operations account on every payday. Even $50 per transfer builds this account faster than most people expect. Consistency is the mechanic, not the size of the transfer. Once your buffer hits its target, you stop contributing. You let the interest maintain it and handle the natural fluctuations of life. Every dollar that was going to the buffer account now automatically redirects to layer 3. This is where the actual work happens. And this is the layer most people never reach because they are too busy managing the chaos that layers 1 and 2 are designed to eliminate. Your growth engine is a tax-advantaged investment account. In the United Kingdom, that means an individual savings account, or ISA. Specifically, a stocks and shares ISA, where your investments grow completely free of capital gains tax and income tax. In the United States, it means a Roth IRA for after-tax contributions, or a 401k through your employer for pre-tax growth. Nearly every country has an equivalent tax-advantage structure. Find yours before you put a single dollar into a regular taxable brokerage account. Inside that account, you invest in low-cost index funds. Here is the data behind why. S&P Global publishes a scorecard every year comparing actively managed funds against their index benchmarks. Over 15-year periods, approximately 88% of actively managed large-cap funds underperform the plain S&P 500 index. 88%. Professional fund managers with research teams and real-time data cannot consistently beat a simple index. So instead of trying to pick the winners, you own everything. A simple 2 or 3 fund portfolio covers most people completely. A total market index fund for broad domestic exposure, an international index fund for global diversification, and a bond index fund for stability as you get closer to retirement. Your allocation shifts gradually as your timeline shortens. More growth assets when you are young, more stability as retirement approaches. Automate the investment. Set your account to purchase on the same schedule as your incoming transfers. Most platforms, including Vanguard, Fidelity, and Schwab in the US, and most stocks and shares ISA providers in the UK, offer automatic investment features. You configure it once, it runs indefinitely. Here is how you build this system in one afternoon. Step 1. Confirm your 3 accounts. Use your existing checking as your operations account. Open a high-yield savings account for the buffer. Open a stocks and shares ISA or a Roth IRA for the growth engine. Step 2. Calculate your monthly fixed expenses. That total is your operations account ceiling. Step 3. Set 2 automatic transfers to fire on the day your paycheck arrives. Transfer 1 goes to your buffer account until it reaches its target. Transfer 2 goes directly into your growth engine investment account. Step 4. Inside your investment account, set up automatic purchasing of your chosen index funds on the same schedule. Step 5. Set a monthly calendar reminder for 15 minutes. Open all 3 accounts, confirm the transfers ran, check your buffer balance,
Check your investment balance. Adjust only if your income or fixed expenses have changed meaningfully. That is the entire build. One afternoon of setup. The system runs from that point forward.
Your money does not need more of your attention. It needs better infrastructure. The three-layer money architecture gives every pound and every dollar a specific job, a specific destination, and a designed path toward growth. Set it up once, let the system handle the rest. In the next video, I am breaking down exactly what to invest in inside your growth engine based on your age, your timeline, and your risk profile. Subscribe so you do not miss that one. If this blueprint helped you, share it with someone who is still managing their finances manually, because they need this more than they know. I am the money architect. Build